Hi everyone, I'm Allyson Floyd from Conway Medical Center. Last year I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I went through 12 chemotherapy appointments and I also did infusions for a full year of targeted therapy of Herceptin. So I'm going to talk a little bit today about what I took with me to those chemotherapy and infusion appointments. When I would go to these, I think looked like I was moving in, but you kind of want to have things around you that you're comfortable with. The Cancer Center staff does an amazing job of bringing you whatever you need. They have snacks available and drinks and warmed blankets that come out of a heater that, they feel amazing. But I just want to give you an idea of a few of the things that I would pack when I would go. So I'm going to put the bag down here and kind of show you. Again, they do have the warmed heated blankets that they will provide for you, but sometimes you just want your own soft blanket. So I would oftentimes just grab this one on the way out the door and take a nice little blanket with me, because you can get cool. You're lying there for the infusions, for chemo specifically. I was there for up to 5 to 6 hours at a time. So it's a full day. So you just be a little comfortable with a nice cozy blanket. Also in my bag, I always brought laptop. I had my AirPods. I would bring my, obviously my phone, and I also would grab my Kindle. So to have my electronics right there with me, and I brought the chargers for all of those as well, just to kind of give yourself something to do. There is a TV right there that you can watch, but I like to download my own movies or have my own books available on my Kindle. And I actually took my laptop and I worked a lot through chemo and wrote press releases and those kinds of things for the hospital. But also with that, I had a friend give me this. I'll put the laptop down. I had a friend give me this as I was starting chemo as a gift. And you can sit it, there's a little table that comes across the infusion chair. So this would sit on there and my phone would sit in it or my Kindle. And it was just a nice little holder for that, so I could be hands-free. And that was particularly important for me for my chemo appointments, and I'll talk about why that is in a moment, why my hands, I needed to have some hands-free. So I had my little stand that I would use. Also, what's in my bag, a paper and pen if you needed to take notes, or if you want to bring a journal, things like that. I also did a lot of journaling and went through my appointments and wrote myself notes on my notes app in my cell phone, which is great to have to look back on. So if you have questions, or it's a lot of information. When you're diagnosed with cancer, it's a lot of information you get all at one time. So it's great to be able to kind of go back and look and see what the doctors may have said to you and what you need to know. I kept track of any issues I had, any medical issues I had. I also tracked a lot of my blood work numbers, that kind of thing was all in there. All right, and I already had the Kindle and the chargers, and then also in here, in my bag, are these, and there's 2 of these, 2 hands and 2 feet, the socks. To go with that, I would also bring a cooler full of these cooling packs that go into the gloves and into the socks. Now, not every chemo patient would need these. Some chemos you can't be on the cold. I was on Taxol, which can cause neuropathy. And so I did the icing of my hands and feet. I would wear those when they were giving me the Taxol infusion and keep my hands and feet cold. I have not had an issue with neuropathy, knock on wood. So who knows if that's what actually worked. There's a lot of ideas out there, but definitely before you can buy these on Amazon. Before you do that though, talk with your oncologist about whether it's recommended or whether you should do it at all. Also in my cooler that I would bring each time, I brought my own drinks, bring water as well. They do provide that kind of thing. But I love my Diet Coke, so I would always, they had Pepsi most of the time, so I would bring that, and I would bring a little lunchbox with snacks. When you're on chemo, your stomach can be a bit of a problem, so whatever you can eat, you should bring in to eat. They provide a lunch while you're there. They also, as I said, they have snacks like cookies and crackers and those types of things, but I would bring my own whatever I would want. So I'd have, you know, some chips or some crackers, that type thing. For the water, one of the things I did was I got, and again, ask your oncologist about all of this, but I bought these drip drop, which are similar to the liquid IV. It's kind of an electrolyte, it's a dehydration relief. And so I would put these into my bottle of water and drink these to try to stay hydrated, which is really, really important when you're on chemo. So that is what was in my bag when I went through chemo, and doing very well now, and you got this.